In this tutorial, we're going to take a look at importing modules. Python comes with a library of built-in modules which allow you to do particular tasks that you might want to do without having to write the code. The code is written for you, and you can import and use this. When I'm teaching introductory sessions, there are two that I use most commonly. I use random and I use time. So the first thing that we do is we actually import the modules. So I'm going to use import and random. When I import this, there are different functions that I can call from it. So if I type in random dot and then just wait a moment, it will come up with a list of all the different functions that I can use. Now the most commonly used ones, the ones that I use most commonly, would be randint and random. So I'm going to go to randint and I open my bracket up, and it gives me a hint here on what needs to be included. So returns a random integer in range A to B. So A is where it starts off. So if I'm looking for a random integer between 1 and 10, and I press enter, and you can see if I do that again and again, it will keep generating numbers at random between the given parameters. It might also be that you want to just generate a random number. So if I type in random dot random, it will generate a random number, but you will notice that they have decimal places in them. So this is to generate a random integer, and this is just to generate a random real number. The second one that I'm going to show you is time. Sometimes my students ask me how do they get the program to pause for a moment rather than lines coming up one after the other. So I'm going to import time. And again, I can do time dot. So the one that I use most commonly here is called sleep. And if I just give you the hint again, so how many seconds do I want it to sleep for? So if I do 1 second, I press enter, if you notice it will wait, and then it will finish. You might notice that a little bit better if I put it a little bit longer. So let's do 3 seconds this time. And this can be useful if you want the program to print a line and then wait a moment and then print another line and then wait a moment.